Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce Mr. Mayur Vora, CEO, Mapro Foods Private Limited. Sir has pursued his BA Honours in Economics from Fergusson College and is a postgraduate from Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore. Sir has also pursued International Masters Program in Practicing Management from McGill University in Canada. Sir has 32 years of corporate experience and started his professional career with Voltas Limited in 1980. Sir became the CEO of Mapro Foods in the year 1988, and in the year 2004, Sir became the promoter and managing director of Mapro Foods Private Limited. Apart from this, Sir has been actively involved in social activities like promoting eSchool, an NGO for promoting computer literacy in rural areas. He has been an active participant of Rotary Club of Panchgani and India Red Cross Society Panchgani chapter. Sir, now I kindly request you to please come up on the podium and share your words of wisdom and knowledge and enlighten our young aspiring student managers. Thank you.
Good evening, friends. Professor Bala. Hello. Thank you very much for the introduction, and to Arun Vaklu to have said so many things about me even I didn't know. It is a pleasure being here, and I won't take much time. I know the number of lectures that you've gone through or the number of presentations that you've gone through. I'm just telling stories about you, stories about me. I can talk a lot more about me, but I would rather try to understand where you all come from. Arun Vaklu and me were in the same batch. He was in Ahmedabad, I was in Bangalore. I didn't get into Ahmedabad, so I went to Bangalore. We meet on and off, but he's you've seen that. He was a very, very inspiring speaker. And it's a very difficult thing to talk after Arun, but let me try this. I grew up in a small little village, and I'm yet a villager. I decided to go back to the village. It's called Panchgani. I studied there, then came down to Fergusson College in Pune, but they didn't allow me into classes most of the time, so we graduated from Vaishali, which Professor knows very well. Because everybody was sitting for CAT, we all sat for the CAT, and somebody made a mistake that took me into Bangalore. That living in Panchgani was better than existing in Bombay. And decided to shift to Panchgani and to do what I like. And as somebody has said, I don't know the name of the author, but if you do what you like, you'll never have to work in your life. And this is what I want to talk to you about. The whole education system, especially in India, Macaulay's education system, and largely worldwide, is designed to train people to get a job. From your school, when you decided in 11th and 12th whether you want to take science or arts or commerce, when you came into college, you came into this, what was the first thing in the mind? Naukri milni hai. The whole education system across the country, possibly across the world, is designed to get a job. And as Arun spoke before me, it's a very much of a buyer's market. Everybody wants a job, and there are very few people giving jobs. So if you get onto the other side, it becomes much, much easier. That's what I did. From having a job in a Tata company to deciding to be able to give jobs. It was an easy path. Just thought it through, that if the whole world wants a job, it's going to be much easier giving jobs than taking one. When you join a corporate, when you join a company, when you join somebody or somebody joins me, I look at the financial side of it. What's his salary? 3 lakhs, 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs. What's he going to generate? Multiple of that. How many multiples? 1 to n. N tends to possibly over 100. So isn't it better for letting people work for me rather than me working for others? I've been telling the stories to even my employees, and some of them have actually gone and said, you taught us this, I'm going to start my own business. And a few of them are across the road competing with me and all doing well. But because it is so much easier to now grow in this environment, I assume everybody is in, anybody younger than 20 here? No? Any students over 25? Hardly. Okay, none. So everybody is here between 20, 25, and most people of parents who are between 45 and 60 years old. Okay? We came from a different world. Your professors would tell you, your parents would tell you, and we came from a learning, my generation, my children, and you all of the same age. We learned, and our internal learnings came from our parents and our grandparents. दादाजी की बात हो रही थी, यहाँ के है, our learning came from our parents, grandparents, and what we heard at home from our teachers who were 20 to 50 years older than us, who came from another world. Your teachings also came from your parents, grandparents, and your teachers. Your learnings came from there. And we grew up in a very different world. In 1980s, when we passed out, chances, we had no option for failure. Whatever we did, we had to succeed. If you lost a job, it would take years to find another one. We were very cautious. We were told, don't do this, don't do this, ye nahi hoga, to you'll never get a job. Your parents, your grandparents, our generation were extra cautious because they were very difficult times for India. From 1950 to 1980, 85 were very difficult times for India. We have all stood, however rich we were, we have all stood in lines to get our 3 kilos of rice or 2 kilos of sugar for half a day together. We've seen famine, we've seen wars, we've seen that tomorrow we don't know what's going to happen. Unfortunately, all of us, all our children, have heard this across at home. Be cautious, be careful. We don't know what's going to be happening tomorrow. But here is where you should not listen to your elders. Don't listen to your teachers, don't listen to the elders, because we came from a different world. You come from a different world altogether. Post 1991, post 85, 91, India is growing. India is growing so fast that the wealth of the nation, wealth of individuals has multiplied, and opportunities are multiplying even faster. Today, the more you fail, the more people will be after you. Serially, if you make your effort and you fail, you try something more, you fail again, people will appreciate you for trying and not for being a conformist. There are many, many opportunities today which did not exist during our times. We had to walk the tightrope to be successful. Today, you have to dance with joy to be successful. You have to do your things your way. I found that in 85 when I shifted to Panchkani that I could not only survive, but flourish in a very different way in Panchkani. Because though I earned a high salary in my corporate life, my savings, financial savings in Panchkani, because there were no expenses, were very, very much higher, though my earning was low. But opportunities to grow in my own business were constant, happy, and good. And with 20 to 30% growth, even in today's down, you've been reading the Economic Times, I was told every day, in today's areas of all companies going down, the FMCG sector is yet growing at 20% per annum. Where else in the world, ups or downs, we are continue growing. And therefore, there are opportunities for all of you in the next 30, 40 years, where we have the largest young population in the world, the largest pair of hands in the world coming out, looking for opportunity to work. For every mouth to feed, there are 2 hands to work. And here is a bright set of the bottom of the pyramid. What's the population of India? Anybody? 120 odd crores, right? How many families? 200 million, 240 million. That's 24 crore families. Population of the USA? 350 million. They have 110 million, 120 million families. We have just, our family size was 5, their family size is 3. That's the difference. How many families in India out of the 240 million, that's 24 crore families, don't have an electric connection to their homes? Any ideas? Guess? The official figures say 37%, 55% of rural homes and around 70% of urban homes do not have electricity. Opportunity to provide it? No. We can close our minds and say, government is supposed to do that, the electricity is supposed, if they are not doing that, there is opportunity. And today, we are just setting up a small renewable energy power source. And we have found that it is cheaper to generate the technology has come over, it is cheaper to generate our own electricity rather than buy it from the grid. Opportunity for 300 million people, that is 100 million homes across the country who do not have electricity, want it, are willing to pay for it. Like that, you just look at the bottom of the pyramid, there is 1/3 or half the population of India who is not being served by corporate India. Here is where all your opportunity lies across this. Get it as a passion, find what your passion is, as Arun has been talking about. Go ahead with that and do what makes you happy. If you want a job and that's going to make you happy, if you're going to serve in every way, you're going to get rewarded in wherever you serve. Some may be high, some may be low. But just take this simple two-word test for the rest of your life. Think about it. In your life, starting today, do you want to be successful or do you want to be happy? And happiness can happen here and now. You don't have to go looking for it. Success, if you are happy, success will automatically follow you, like Lakshmi follows Vishnu. Stay happy, do your bit, and there'll be ups and downs. If there was no night, nobody would have worshipped the sun. Only if there are bad times will you be able to enjoy even more the good times. So just a few words on this. Think about whenever you want to have an opportunity, you want to take a thought, you want to struggle with some decisions, decide whether you want to be first happy or successful. And happiness is with you. Thank you very much. Okay.